Morvaine, Episode 2, Season 1. Play. Masks. The line between face and facade blurs. Some hide to protect their secrets, others hide to avoid seeing the ugliness of the world around them. Which mask are you wearing? Her hard thoughts dully. Kira slowly comes to her senses, trying to process what just happened, but everything feels somehow unreal, detached from the familiar world. Too much like a nightmare. One thing is clear. She needs to get the laptop back as soon as possible. She can't let some anonymous creep break into her data, into her identity, into her real life. Worse, into her brother's life, into his freedom. How? How did Fox manage to track me down? How did he get into the apartment? A surge of dread pierces her mind. The door. I need to check it. The lock looks warped, as if it's been forced. The key won't fit into the keyhole. Her thoughts jump wildly, clinging to a single question. Where did she make a mistake? Could she have exposed her address by accident? How? Through an in-game subscription? She knew it. Every action, even on the darknet, leaves a digital trace. It can be uncovered, but not by just anyone. It takes knowledge, software, persistence, and also a clear obsession or rage. Maybe this is just a game? Did Fox decide to mess with me? But what kind of joke is this? Tracking her address, breaking into her apartment, leaving a threatening note on the table? Even I never went that far. Even I! Yes, girl, yes. Kira slams the door shut from the inside. The chain rattles loudly. She returns to the room and collapses onto the bed, utterly drained. She decides to do the only thing that feels right. Contact Fox. He definitely thinks he is the smartest, the most dangerous, the boldest. No way out. I'll have to block him. She can almost physically feel it. This is exactly what he wanted. Renewed contact. The sweet taste of victory over her. Her finger slides through the contact list. She searches for Fox's name, and an instant wave of panic tightens her throat. Profile deleted. Everywhere. You bastard! You want me to chase you? Seriously? Anger makes her hands shake. Losing contact in the digital world is like death. You never know whether the person behind the avatar is even alive. You can pick every choice. What should I do? Send a message? He did. Text me on my personal number. I'll try replying. Kira opens the chat and starts typing. Can we talk? Listen, I get it now. I will give the profile back. I'm sorry. I need my laptop. We can continue talking. But right now, stripped of any leverage, she wants only one thing: to sound convincing. The chat window flashes red. Messages not delivered. This number no longer exists. Try something else. What should I do? I restore data from the phone. I need access to the accounts and remotely wipe the laptop. She hurriedly gets to work, but neither of them works. The long password to the crypto wallet is stored on a special hard drive, and that drive is still plugged into the USB port on the laptop. try something else. She needs to check the site where they searched for targets. But Fox can look like anyone. How do I recognize him among hundreds of faceless profiles? This won't work. I need something else. Damn. There has to be some way out, right? Anger boils over, flares up, dulling her common sense. She wants to... Now I want to get revenge on Fox. Track the bastard down. Unmask him, expose what he does to his friends, to his loved ones, to his family. What else do hackers fear anyway? Destroy his anonymity. Kira clenches her fists without realizing it, titles her head back and exhales sharply. But girl, you also did a shit. Let's say that. Girl, you also made a big shit. So, really, what do you expect? Like, she is not an angel too. She's also made not very beautiful things. No, I will play this the same. I can't play something else. I will play the same. How I feel. I will play just how I feel in the moment. I'll get to you, sweetheart. But first, you will give my things back. And also, I need to move immediately. And he even pulled the laptop out of its hiding place, bastard. But on the last time I said I choose another thing. Kira looks around at the chaos. Chairs knocked over, the sheet and blanket thrown onto the floor. Traces of someone else's hand, someone else's mood, someone else's game. As if Fox had flung everything around in a fit of pointless rage, or done it simply out of boredom. Or perhaps someone acting on his orders. Rubbing the bridge of her nose, Kira gets up. Her foot immediately lands in something sticky. God, what is that? Her sock is soaked through with red. On the floor beside the bed there is blood? Shit. Did he go so berserk that he hurt himself? Idiot. DNA is an excellent way to catch a criminal. The police would run it through their database in no time. But that would mean incriminating herself too. No. With someone like Fox, you play by shadow rules. But first, wipe the stain and try to calm down. That damn note. Kira picks it up to reread it and notices the frayed edges of a business card sticking out from behind. She runs her fingers over the scratched out coordinates as if Fox's pen had stopped working halfway through. If you want your things back, look for them on the black market of Morvaine. Morvaine. She's heard of it in passing, a forgotten factory town shallowed by wastelands. Nothing special. One search query later, lines start scrolling across the screen. Several decades ago, Morvaine had active industrial production. However, after government inspections uncovered numerous violations and malfunctions, the facilities would have required a complete rebuild. If it was Fox himself who broke in, he might have a wound. Yes. Factories were relocated closer to transport hubs. The old industrial buildings weren't demolished. For financial reasons, the project was deemed impractical. The city died. But judging by the notes, something there was still twitching. No useful information. Better look somewhere else. She taps a distinctive browser icon shaped like an onion and slips into the darknet. Привет. The results are staggering. And terrifying at the same time. Kira clings to the text with her eyes as she scrolls through article after article. Yes. Fabricated stories about ghosts, homeless people, and illegal burials of workers inside the walls of very factories they once labored in. They died where they worked. Morvaine claimed them. Nonsense. A black square appears on the screen, eerily similar to the logo printed on the business card. Over it, a bright pink smiley face with crosses where its eyes should be. The black market. That's it. The site looks empty. No photos, no descriptions. The only goods listed are strings of numbers, as if each number hides something forbidden to advertise. But what do they mean? Weapons? Illegal substances? Kira copies one of the numbers into her notes. The site doesn't allow direct copying. With a blank expression, she types the symbols into a search engine. A link pops up instantly. Click. Curiosity wins over caution. Kira clicks the link and immediately squeezes her eyes shut. The screen flares toxic red like emergency lights slamming into her face. Huge screaming letters crawl across the screen. Guys, can you read it by yourself? I'm not sure that I can say that on Twitch. Me. Market prices depends on the method. Fast and painless, cheaper. Slow and hellishly painful, prepare your valley. Video recording available, but I will bankrupt you. Feed well beforehand. $20 off. Full price list and special offers below. She shudders. Her throat tightens. Kira slams the site shut at once. The page has remembered your actions. This has to be someone's sick joke, right? How can you make money off your own death? But she does manage to catch one thing. Morvaine's black market exists. Dropping into the computer chair, so lifeless without the constant glow of her laptop, the girl props her chin on her palm and grits her teeth. Her thoughts snarl into chaos. What has she gotten herself into? It all feels like a rabbit hole, only without a fairy tale at the end. A black pit in the ground with hundreds of branches spiraling deeper and deeper. A few months ago, Kira received someone else's money in her crypto valley for the first time as a gift and felt an unfamiliar rush. And now her apartment is trashed, her data stolen, and she's facing a trip to a place she knows nothing about. As if the darknet crowd out of the flat screen and into reality, and grabbed her by the hand. Go there, or confess to Jer that I kept doing this, that my door was broken into, my savings stolen along the compromise that could lock me up right next to him? Well done, you're very capable. I'll get the laptop back and end this for good. She angrily snatches up the mask, ready to throw the remnants of her past, guilty self into the trash. and then her gaze catches on a note taped to the inside, written in the same hand as the letter. Take me with you. The next morning. Outfit. I bought this one, so I will buy it again. Yes. So I had this chair, or chair here, I mean. So I will buy them again. Yes. The designated meeting place lies far from the city center on the outskirts. Public transport doesn't run all the way there, so she has to trudge on foot for nearly 40 minutes. Yes. Angels have pink hair. Kira pulls her hood up. No point drawing unnecessary attention, even though the metropolis around her is still asleep. Without slowing her pace, she finds herself staring at the colors of the sky. The dawn plays with shades of pink, softly shimmering with gold. It's so beautiful. I've never seen anything like this. Guess I should stop walking up at 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, right. Sounds like a punishment. Her breathing grows heavier with every step. Along with it comes a new and familiar sense of resolve, as if in defiance of who she used to be. I will screenshot the words that I don't know how to read, guys, for the future. No, I will get up early. I will go running in the mornings. I will find a decent job, even if it means leaving the house. I will actually teach the kids after all. Her chest warms, almost good, almost calm. The second half of the walk feels easier, more energetic. Then the sunrise disappears. Kira lowers her gaze to the screen, checking the coordinates. Focus tightens, narrowing the world down to a digital path. Suddenly she freezes. Where the dot should be on the screen, a person is standing there. A person is standing there. Biker. A biker? Who is he and what is he doing out here in the middle of nowhere? Oh, who is he? Not rushing closer, Kira studies him from a distance. Yes. The biker is sitting half-turned toward her, leaning slightly against the bike. He doesn't move, looking as though he is simply watching the sunrise. He pulls out his phone and takes a photo. From this far away, Kira can't tell whether he is shooting the sky or himself. Silence, slow, peaceful, and yet inside her entirely different emotions charmed. Bastard, that has to be Fox. He set the time and place and showed up this early. Damn. Through the blinding anger seeps a strange feeling, almost nervousness. This isn't how I imagined our first meeting. Just like he had no idea I was going to steal his account. But what he did was too but what he did was too much. The broken door, the stolen laptop, the threads between the lines, all of it burns away the fragile illusion of romance without a trace. Kira shoves the memory aside, tenses and keeps walking. But after a few steps, doubt begins to get the better of her. A step, still sharp. I will tell you everything. A step slower now, and another one. As she closes the distance, her blood pounds in her temples. Damn it, what do I do if the next step is shorter? What if it's not Fox? Who else could have known I'd come here? What if he's really here by coincidence? There is no certainty, and no relief either. The unknown leaves her body tight with tension. Away from the screen, without a mask, Kira has no idea who she is supposed to behave. She stops. The scrape of her soul against the asphalt gives her away. The biker turns sharply. Kira catches her reflection in the black visor of his helmet, a small, frightened dot in the middle of glossy darkness. They freeze, both of them. Damn it. Now what? You scared me. Why are you sneaking up like that? What do you want? The male voice sounds young, muffled, slightly wary. The stranger looks around as if trying to figure out where Kira came from. Her doubts only grows. His reaction feels genuine. Fox would have already knocked me out, or I had have knocked him out. I need to say something. I'm not sneaking. I'm just walking. His head tilts a little. The helmet visor slowly shifts her reflection from left to right. Oh, all right, go ahead. Actually, I'm already here. Kira doesn't move, stretching the awkward pause. Between them, there is something like mutual suspicion. They're meeting. Coincidence? Nonsense? Circumstance? Also nonsense. I will Google then how to read it. I'm waiting for a ride to Morvaine, and it had be better if no outsiders saw this. From under her brows, she looks at the biker's figure. Luckily, the hood's shadow hides her features. It makes things feel safer. The stranger drops to one knee by the wheel, checking the fastenings, and she sits down on the curb nearby, not taking her eyes off him. Please just leave already. What are you doing here? The man straightens up and turns toward her again, a tall, faceless, silent figure. He stays where he is, only spreads his hands a little. I'm trying to get out of this shithole. I hit something on the road, blew a tire. Kira lets out a barely noticeable breath. The excess tension slips from her shoulders. She expected to sense danger from the stranger, but she finds nothing in him, not in his gestures, his tone, or his gaze, that would confirm her worst fears. Keeping one hand in her pocket, Kira discreetly crumples the Morvaine card. The time on it isn't exact, just a window, and the countdown is already running. Still, it had be better if he left when the car arrives. No need for extra witnesses. The pink band of dawn seems to freeze on the horizon. The stranger suddenly speaks first. It's especially beautiful today, isn't it? I need to answer like I don't go outside twice a year. Same as always. That's not true. I write it down pretty often. And why did you come all the way out here today? The biker continues, as if reading her thoughts. The half wheel's empty easy to pick up speed. What was that? An attempt at small talk to smooth over how strange this situation is? To make it seem normal to end up in a place like this at the same time? A wasteland? Not the metro, not the city center at a rush hour. This is all strange. Unnatural. Look, I'm only keeping this conversation going because you came over and sat down next to me. You're trying to be more tactful. Yeah, I don't mind. I seriously don't get it. Are you trying to steal something? Is it written on my forehead that something is off about me? What? The broken bike? I've been riding for years and no one has ever introduced themselves to me like this before. And I have never talked this long to a hard hat. Why won't he show his face? It's a helmet. She freezes, ignoring the tremor that washes over her as the biker takes a couple of steps toward her. He stops a few meters away, and he takes off his helmet. So, not a hard hat anymore. He is so cool. Oh my god. In this photo, he is amazing. Just like his, he is amazing everywhere also. I can't. Even the music changed. Of course, if you wanted to make this reaction from all of the people who was reading this novel, they made it. They made the greatest reaction, really. So, not a hard hat anymore. A young face barely older than hers. A light, open gaze, and pink dyed hair, like mine. He looks like the kind of a guy who could get popular online based solely on his appearance. Plenty of people would fall for that. Conventionally attractive, society would say. Someone who doesn't need to hide his face behind a mask or pretend to be someone else. Giga Chad. Chad. No, he's not Giga Chad. He's just a Chad, yeah? I don't know. And the bike is expensive. 20 grand maybe. Used. My name is Kaiden. Kira. He extends his hand in greeting. Accept the greeting. She has to stand up to be at eye level with him. Kaiden touches her palm. Then his gaze lingers on her wrist. His voice shifts, concerned. Is that blood? Thanks for follow. Welcome. What? Kira instantly jerks her hand back and anxiously examines her palm. Dark red smears distort the color of her skin. Fuck. Damn fox. It's already set in. Kaiden takes a small step back. Kira stuffs her hand into her pocket. Careless, she must not have washed it off properly yesterday. If you're in trouble, there are organizations, they can help. Does he go to support group too? I'm not in trouble. That's why you out here at 5 in the morning? Alone? Kira lowers her gaze. She doesn't want to show weakness. Let her face betray what's going on inside, but it happens anyway. Let's drop it. Kaiden tries to understand you. Thank you, Kaiden. He titles his head slightly, following her movement, faintly furrows his brows, as if trying to understand the reason for the lie. Kira catches a flicker of sympathy in his expression. Is someone hurting you? No. Girls often protect their abusers. I don't get why. He is such a green flag, really. That's not something to keep quiet about. He keeps going, trying to draw her out, uncover the truth, or at least understand why she's here. From my point of view, his presence here is suspicious, but from his point of view, mine is. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, on foot, with blood on my hands, dodging questions. I really do look like a victim of domestic abuse. He is so normal and nice and chill, yes. I'm fine. Sure? It's okay. You can tell me if you have got no one else. You can tell me if you have got no one else. I'm waiting for the mechanic anyway. Uh-huh. What are you running from? From problems from nothing? From a version of myself I don't like. Oof. Her habit of making bad jokes when she's stressed, her signature trait. The biker shrugs and steps back a little, not wanting to push. Is he doing what he thinks is right, what he feels is right, or simply what he was taught? It's probably pretty comfortable being in a relationship with someone like that. A great shoulder to cry on. Too great, girl, too great. Too great. And not only to cry on the shoulder. Kaiden steps back toward the bike as a shadow appears from the side. It looms right over her. Hello, darling. And here today, he is wearing a mask. I mean, the makeup, not because it's like something is wrong. He's wearing a mask because he's wearing a mask. Like yesterday, it was a bag. Today, it's not a bag. It's okay that he is wearing a mask. Kira, is that you, really? Yes, it's me. Hello. I'm not flirting with Kaiden. I'm not, Isak. She recoils at the familiar voice and at the painted, pale, grim face. Only then does she dimly recognize him. Isak? What are you doing here? And you? What's on your face? White paint evenly spread across his face, with stark black eyes and lips providing contrast. The look reminds her of 80s rock bands and old films at the same time. It's unusual to see him like this, despite how naturally the makeup fits his appearance. Don't mind it, I stream sometimes. Me too, Isak, right now, by the way. Stream? When you do stuff on camera and others watch. I know what it is, but you? So what? I was filming a morning vlog. Everyone has their hobbies. And you didn't even wash up before going out? Why, if I'm going to film again afterward? Weird. And how had you end up here? Isak looks away for a moment before answering. I was just taking a walk while no one is around. I live nearby. I heard your voice, recognized it. At first I thought I was dreaming, but there you are. He nods towards the biker. Are you riding together? Didn't I get in your way? I just met him 5 minutes ago. Oh. Yes. So, what's with the long silence? The tensest part is that Isak doesn't take his eyes off either of them, doesn't change his expression. He just kind of freezes. Kaiden takes a step back, a little closer to the bike, and glances between the two of them. The skepticism of his face is almost accusatory, like he thinks they are in on something. If you two were planning to attack me, I suggest we come to an agreement. Such a cute boy he is. Oi. Do you want chat to help with words sometimes? Or does that stop the reading flow too much? Oh, we can... Defaint. Вызывающий. Thank you, Mirai Vibes. Yeah, thank you. No, I don't want to stop reading. That's what I'm reading. I'm not poor, but the bike, I'm not giving it up. If anything, we can walk to an ATM. And just how not poor is he? I don't need your bike or your ATM. I'm just out for a walk. Kaiden watches them carefully, keeping up a cautious front. So, you two know each other? And you? We just met. We only met recently too, actually. I can't figure out why they are in the same place, both of them. She feels Kaiden's gaze, then notices a subtle change in his expression, a slight tension in his cheekbones and between his brows. The biker asks, not threatening but wary. Is he the one who hurt you? Such a good boy, Kaiden, really. Hello, welcome. Such a good boy, Kaiden, huh? Is he the one who hurt you? He wants to help us. Yes. He just a friend. A boyfriend? No, just a friend. For now. Maybe. In the beginning. It's the first thing that comes to mind. He definitely made it. On the last episodes, I felt it so much, to tell the truth. That he is interested. And and Isak also interested, by the way. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Their conversation outside the anonymous meeting house might not have really stuck with her, but it did give them a measure of understanding. Isak's reaction is ambiguous. His face doesn't change, but Kira notices he keeps his eye on her a little longer. If anything, there are different organizations. Both voices blurred out at once. We know. Kira takes a sharp breath. The three of them stand in a loose semicircle. Their meeting is hardly a damn coincidence. Out of here of the outskirts of town, where there isn't a soul around at 6 in the morning. Just the three of them, and then it hits her. All of their faces are hidden. To get into Morvaine, you have to hide who you are. Did Fox summon them too? Or does each of them have their own reason and their own anonymous contact? But one thing becomes obvious. They are waiting for the same ride. Despite the effort they put into pretending they ended up here by accident. Now Kira feels naive, a flat tire, seriously. Streaming and going for a walk in full makeup? Why not? I do it sometimes. I'm fine. Sometimes I do very, very strange makeups and yes, I have to go outside. But I'm trying not to go outside, of course. But anyway, it happens. The coordinates of all three intersect at a single point. And it is as if each of them silently realizes it. For several minutes they remain quiet, each lost in their own thoughts and guesses. It's clear they showed up with the same ticket. Destination, Morvaine. And knowing this place is a criminal hub, Kira is sure of one thing. None of them is harmless. Looks like can be deceiving. Even she, pretty as she is, got pulled into the criminal world. So what are the others hiding? She tries not to stare openly. She can feel it in her gut. Karen and Isak are doing the same. Here, no one asks, "Who are you?" It's too naive. It's too naive a question. The right wording sounds different. Are you dangerous to me? And if so, when? Best thing is opening the door for the food delivery guy when you are in a cosplay makeup. Happened. A black van slowly pulls onto the street and eases to a stop. No markings, just still scared by time. Is that for us? What a ride! When was the last time it even ran? The driver is an elderly man. He looks pretty worn. Like he might kill over right at the wheel. Just not during our trip, please. Not kill, like kill. How to write? Okay. If it comes to it, I've got a license. The old man doesn't react. Maybe he doesn't even hear them. His wrinkled face shows no emotion. Only his heavy brows betray age-worn fatigue. Three. He slowly curls his stiff fingers, pointing at each of them in turn. Pay up and get in. Kira remembers the envelope Fox left behind. She counted the cash bag at the apartment. $1,000. Not bad if you ignore the fact he tossed it to her like alms in exchange for her laptop. Kairan is the first to hand over the money. He tenderly says goodbye to his bike, snaps a one last photo, and climbs into the van. Guess he really does have a lot of money. Isak gestures for Kira to go first. When she steps toward the car, the driver still holds his hand out, palm open. Kira burns a hole in the slightly crumpled bill with her stare. Damn it, the whole 1,000. Fox didn't even bother to throw in a little extra. Fine. Maybe I can borrow from someone. She hates parting with her lost money, but there is no choice. Kira throws a quick glance at the dawn sky and climbs into the van. No doubt remains, only the stubbornness and determination that are so typical of her. The cabin smells of musty leather and dust, as if it hasn't been cleaned in ages. There are 5 worn seats inside, 2 by the windows and 3 in the last row, where Kairan is already sitting. Okay, guys. I have to choose. So, I'm more into Isak anyway, so let's sit with the Isak. I wouldn't call it trust, but at least we have something in common. That stupid anonymous meeting. Despite his outward friendly, the driver slams the stiff door shut with a sharp bang. The car pulls away. Kira stares straight ahead. A faint prickling of nerves needles her. What if Fox turns out to be a liar? A smirk slips out against her will. She is accusing him of what she's done herself. But there is an even worse scenario. What if the laptop isn't there? Doubts torment her, but their pressure isn't enough to make her refuse the trip. The real question is what exactly Fox is after. Cool song, yeah? They are writing songs by themselves, by the way. To teach her a lesson, to punish her, or to test how far she will trust him, swallowing the bait in the form of a ticket to Morvaine? I hope we make it there alive. Chiron raises an eyebrow and, pressing two fingers to his throat, sharply titles his head to the side. He clicks his tongue loudly. Are you implying the drivers might, No, I'm saying he already did. Isaac wraps his hands around his own neck, crossing his wrists. What the hell? Chiron leans toward the girl's seat and explains a little more quietly. I meant he might croak on the way. I thought that means he is drunk. Are you guys serious? What was your little meme supposed to mean? And what is with we make it there alive? He looks like a deranged farmer, the kind with his own bloody basement. Kira winces, a shiver runs along her spine. Keep it down, he will hear. He seems partly deaf. After several minutes of silence under the steady hum of the engine, Kira carefully looks around. The whole thing happened too fast, chaotically, without a spare second to think it through. Just a hack, threats, a point on the map, and two travel companions she knows absolutely nothing about. Her scrutinizing gaze slides over the interior and catches on a detail. A motorcycle helmet. Chiron is holding it, pressing it against his thigh. He left the bike behind, but took his hard hat with him. Why do you need it? She waits until the biker turns around and gestures toward the helmet. What do you mean? It's inconvenient to carry it around all the time. I probably grabbed it out of habit. I didn't even notice. I think yes. Kira hears something forced in his tone. The question caught him off guard. Her attention shifts to Isaac. He chose the middle seat in the last row. Make up the excuse about filming. He went out for a minute, already knowing he was going to Morvaine. She recalls the words "take me" scratched in barely legible ink on the back of her mask. It's hardly a coincidence. And you don't just carry a motorcycle helmet around for no reason either. Something is standing to stop. Kira wonders whether she should ask the next question, but realizes she needs to confirm her new suspicion. Were they also promoted to cover their faces before the trip? Better not to ask, or they will start prying into me in return. Failing to find answers to the exciting questions, her mind throws up new ones. She rests her temple against the window and immediately pulls away, feeling the irritating vibration. The same thought keeps spinning in her head. What if it's true? About the darknet and the site with a list of services. How can you sell your own murder? She hopes Morvaine won't give an answer. Alright, I will come back after 2 minutes, and you guys wait. 2 minutes. Okay, I'm here. 1 second, guys. The driver cuts the engine beneath the withered sign of a computer club. One single word escapes his mouth. 2. Then he leans back in his seat and closes his eyes. 2? What does 2 mean? Are we waiting for someone else? There is no answer. Wonderful. Did he fall asleep? Or die? Isaac. Isaac. What? Old people always fall asleep fast. You'd better check if he's breathing. Karen throws him a questioning look, but takes Isaac's cold sarcasm as a cue to act. He gets up, hangs for a moment between the front seats, then climbs forward. Settling into the passenger seat, he lets out a low whistle. This whole car is a total antique. The old man doesn't move. The biker leans closer, watching for signs of breathing. Press on his wrist. I'm not touching him. By the way, the patch says his name is Ronald. He's breathing. Were you seriously expecting anything else? Kaiden wraps his knuckles. What is that, crankles? Even I don't know, guys. What is that word exists? Kaiden wraps his knuckles against the steering wheel. Wake up. We paid for the ride. Ronald. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Kira jolts at a sudden caught reflexively clenching her fingers around the leather seat. It nearly crumbles from the touch. God. The old man, whizzing harshly, only repeats, 2. And he drifts off again. His battery won't last long. There are 5 seats in the car. Logically, we're waiting for 2 more. And where are they then? Kira peers out the window. The streaks on the glass warp the view, but she can still clearly see the street. The street is empty. It's pretty obvious. In the club. The old man stopped right in front of the door. So you are suggesting we get out and look for them? What exactly are we supposed to ask? Hi there, you wouldn't happen to have ordered a ride to Morvaine? Everyone stays put, struck by how absurd the question is, but even after several minutes, nobody comes out of the club. Better to go out than sit here and wait. But I'm not sure how I identify them either. Kira lightly bites her lip. What is happening feels strange and at the same time natural. You don't know what rules something follows if you have never dealt with it before. What if their faces should be covered too? Great. That's a plausible one to check. The biker opens the front door and hops down onto the pavement, flooding the cabin with light. He offers Kira his hand. She feels the cold leather in his gloves under her fingers. Isaac half stands, then changes his mind and sits back down. My face is painted. I will stay, just in case the old man decided to judge us and drive off. That's reasonable. All right. The blaze greets them with darkness. The only thing illuminating the space are computer screens flickering with ads and neon lights. I thought places like this had died out ages ago. Does this rundown district not even have home internet? Outdated decor, old bulky hardware, and tables packed tightly together. The air tastes bitter, as if people smoke a lot in here. Kira grimaces and then quietly asks, "Why does this exist?" You don't get it. This place has a special vibe. You hang around spots like this often? I didn't say it was my vibe, but I can easily picture people like Isaac here. We need to find the two. They both look around. Tall terminals squeeze their view down to a single corridor. Yes. Yes, Mirai vibes. You're right. They both look around. Yeah. Tall terminals squeeze their view down to a single corridor. Several people sit at the desks. Eyes glide to their screens. All they can hear is the non-stop clatter of keyboards. But all their faces are visible. I will go left, you go right. Maybe we should go... Maybe we should stick together? You're heading to Morvaine but afraid of gamers? I just think it's better not to split up. Kaiden steps closer, blocking out the club's garage signs with his body. Neon traces his silhouette in a sharp outline. Kira notices his movements, relaxed and confident at the same time, like an athlete used to physical exertion. His presence feels open, almost inviting, casually observant. Or is that just the effect of outward attractiveness masking everything else? Nice smile. And he clearly has money. Like, she already thought about his money. I don't know, for the 4th time already. How many times she will say that, really? She told that already 4 times. What could possibly drive you to Morvaine? You don't look like someone backed into a corner. The corners of his mouth straighten, his expression growing a shade more serious. Kaiden leans in, careful to avoid praying ears. In places like the one we are going to, or how do I put this? You can't afford to be afraid. But I just didn't want us to split up. Not a philosophical treatise and the sudden concern. Kaiden holds her gaze, takes a breath, clearly about to say something. But a noise behind them distracts him. One of the gamers drops an energy drink can on the floor, throws his headphones onto the desk, and hurriedly jumps up. Guys, this is a Russian meme. You don't know it, but this is a Russian meme. Not now, by the way. Not now. It will be soon, okay? When it will be a caps lock, it will be a Russian meme. Not now. 30 seconds till the next match. Holy shit, I'm gonna piss myself. Closing the distance, he slips past them. loses his balance in the narrow assault and grabs Kaiden by the forearm. Sorry, dude. He doesn't like when someone touches him. Remember, he doesn't like when someone touches him. The player rushes on. Kira hears a door slam, clicks her tongue, then goes cold at the change in Kaiden's face. A cold and blackened glare from beneath lowered brows following the vanished figure. The kind of expression you see after taking a hit, when you lift your eyes from the sides, fury boiling inside. What's wrong with him? Kaiden? It's fine. He shakes his head, coming back to himself. And what was that? Let's search the club. Kira moves down the corridor, casually scanning the players. Amid the electronic rattling, her gaze stops on a poster on the wall. Guys, it wasn't a Russian meme still, but it will be in the future, okay? My mistake. Fast cryptocurrency earnings. Nothing required from you. Just time, desire, and enthusiasm. New buys. Does anyone actually fall for this scam? Her own strategy is more refined. It demands psychology, involvement, the ability to stay in character, to seem smarter, to phrase thoughts more sharply, more enticingly, to pull the other person into a conversation with technical precision and elegance, making them fall harder with every line. Her strategy is what led her here. By the way, yes, girl. Maybe I should have gone into crypto scams myself. Slower, sure. But I wouldn't have ended up in this rabbit hole. Dropping the smirk from her face, Kira walks past the sign, and then a sudden shot makes her flinch. One of the players jumps in his feet. The chair screeches nastily as it rolls back and topples onto the floor. Now will be a Russian meme, guys. For fuck's sake! You brained trash! Press the first skill and the third! Delete this shit game and never download it again. Jesus! It's a Russian meme, guys. First skill and third. It's a Russian meme. The story is actually... It's about first skill and third. Like a guy is screaming, первый скилл и третий. It's a meme. The story is actually all about money now that you said it. Seeing it more and more. Yes, money. Like, she's trying... I don't get it. It's okay, guys. You will not understand. It's a Russian meme. It's just a Russian meme. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe later we will watch. You will not even understand it. Yes, she needs money for her brother, a lawyer. Yeah. She's thinking all the time about money because she needs them a lot. In real life, it also happens when you don't have enough for living, so it happens. Jesus! I don't know how to read it, guys. Okay, guys, tell me how to read it. No. Enhitched? Unthing? Unhinged? Unhinged. I hope I don't look like that too. Her pulse pounds at her temples. Kira takes a deep breath, steadying the tremor. And around her, no one even flinches. Dozens of fingers keep tapping out their rhythm on keyboards. They're used to it, huh? This is why I hate going outside. I need to find those two and get out of here fast. Her pace quickens. Kira slips her hands into the pockets and passes through a couple more corridors until the gaming area comes to an end. In the farthest corner, couches and armchairs are scattered, a refuge for those who can't tear themselves away from the game even to sleep. A pile of empty energy drink cans only confirms it. Gambling addicts. They will flush their last money down the drain. Though, in the past 24 hours, I managed that without any games. She clicks her tongue, remembering her mistake. The leaked address, the lost laptop, Valor Strike. So, her gaze catches a figure on one of the couches. The half-light hides the features, but Kira would swear there is a bandage on her face. Hi, girl. She approached slowly. I'm not playing. Yellow eyes bore into her with a sharp, direct focus. The expression says it all. Go away. Leave me alone. Not now. The girl sits in tense silence, knees spread, and looks unapproachable. Kira notices a tattooed arm and a cigarette smoldering between her fingers. The glowing ring slips down beneath the ash, as if she isn't taking a drag, just waiting for it to burn out. The lower half of her face is hidden by a black bandana. She's the one I'm looking for. You deaf of something or something? I told you I'm not playing. I hear you. The stranger with the cigarette smirks as if asking without words. Then what do you want? I need to ask her, but not directly. But how? Are you heading to the market? Are you by any chance waiting for a car? Yeah, perfect. Non-incriminating. Leaves room for an innocent taxi. You wouldn't happen to... The stranger sticks out her hand with the cigarette and Kira falls silent without meaning to. Wouldn't happen to, definitely not. I was born this way. But alas, I don't meet people in dumps like this. The crowd here is subpar. Sorry, but no. Wait a second. She thought I was asking about her orientation? Confident. I'll give her that. I won't deny it, but people like that are worth befriending. I'm into guys, but your sense of humor isn't bad. That's my character. And still, I wasn't finished. Then spit it out already. You don't mind being friends with Laura. You wouldn't happen to be waiting for a car? Her calm gaze sharpens into a squint. Her eyelids twitch for a split second, but Kira can tell she's found the first passenger. The girl slaps the couch. Sit. Now that's a different conversation. The girl sinks into the sagging upholstery, ready to soften her tone, but instead falls silent, waiting for information, clarifications, guiding questions. Both thread carefully. A trip to Morvaine isn't something you have out loud. Where is the car going? She's clever. She doesn't want to expose herself. Easier to make me do it. I need to hold steady. The car, over there. You messing with me? I'm waiting, actually. But where I'm headed, there is hardly room for the skittish. It's a necessary measure. There is barely any doubt left. They both mean the same final meeting point. A city of rusted metal and crumbling brick walls. Not my type, by the way, Mirai vibes. I don't know. She is not my type. Like, I'm straight, but she's not my type, even. If I was not straight. But I'm straight. Morvaine. I'll try a different angle, clarify a small detail. But to be friends with her, like, yes, we can be friends. You have got a bandana over your face. Got it. An old man was supposed to pick me up. The words slip out with a strange hint of an unspoken but. He's waiting outside. For you and someone else. We find the second and we go. We can't do it without him. The stranger rises abruptly. Her entire posture radiates irritation. Or perhaps a flicker of wariness she had tried so hard to hide. What is it? What's wrong? Then we have got a problem. A big problem. What? What is it? That person is here. In the club. I identified him by the mask. That's great then. I wish I thought so, but there is a catch. From what I can tell, he's dead. What? A few minutes later, the four of them gathered around the table. In front of them, face down on the keyboard, lies a man whose arms hang limply at his sides. The monitor automatically opens one window after another. Kira feels a strange shiver, like animals bristling before something that terrifies them. She has never seen a dead person before. And this one looks almost alive. No smell, no blood, no injuries, no stains, just absolute stillness. It isn't as scary as I imagined, and somehow that makes it even worse. A peculiar dissonance takes hold of her, as if her brain refuses to accept the corpse as real. Confusion comes to the forefront instead. What do you do next? No one dares to step closer. The biker is the first to break the heavy silence. He is definitely dead? He is already cold. Touch him. Where did you see the mask on him? Here it is. Half open, a backpack hangs from the back of the chair. The girl nudges it with the toe of her boot. Oi. And then something black hits the floor with a doll. With a thought, sorry. Oh my god, such a strange mask. Such a strange mask. A black, glossy latex mask. The kind you wear either on Halloween or for BDSM. Looks like he was a bottom. 3 pairs of eyes, each with its own expression, turned toward him. What? So what do we do? Call an ambulance. An ambulance won't help him anymore, and the cops will come with it. Then forget about the trip. We are witnesses. They will have questions for us. Damn it. Not an option. And why does no one around here give a damn about it? Cotton touches his helmet, the helmet with his fingers, tightening his head. Then he turns away from the corpse and lifts his gaze to the ceiling. Every movement betrays his nervousness. Isaac, on the other hand, remains steady and cold, completely calm, either a little indifferent or just tired. His face looks like he's worked in a morgue and seen it all, or spent too much time on the internet. The girl, she introduced herself as Laura, seems to be trying to come to terms with what's happening. And Kira can't make sense of her emotions. Inside, it's a mad mix: fear, disgust, a strange pity for a stranger who died so quietly that no one around even turned their head. The overload of events dulled their realization. Used to talking online and constantly faking who she is, she doesn't quite understand what she's supposed to feel. The recent events tangle into a single knot. Folks stepping out from behind the screen, threats, the dim darknet, and Morvaine. To avoid losing, of course. To avoid losing her mind, her thoughts cling to the one real thing she knows, the goal. The laptop, her brother. Kira has to get him out of prison. Jer never left me alone with my problems, and I won't leave him. If Fox leaks the data, I'm done. I'm just done. She grifts out loud through clenched teeth. I can't miss the trip. Me neither. Especially me. Same. The corpse lies there in silence. The driver needs 5 people. I don't know what the point of these rules is, but otherwise, he flat out refuses. Maybe we take someone from in there? She sharply gestured toward the hole. Do you even understand where we are going? Take someone who might blab to everyone. If it comes to it, I will scare him. Guys doesn't like it. These two guys are so like they are kinda like good people. We will pick someone who won't talk. Kira follows the direction of the other's hand. It's pointing at the gamer's body lying in front of them. Him? He definitely won't talk. What if? Not wanting to voice the rest of the thought, Isaac looks over the 3 of them in turn. What if we take the corpse with us? What? I think I'm starting to understand what he is getting at. Kira involuntarily covers her face, fighting the wave of shock. This is beyond what's acceptable, but it is really worth being so shocked considering where she's headed. To a damn breeding ground of crime. To the black market. Still, the idea feels disgusting. Laura is the first to protest. You're suggesting we steal a body? Give it a ride to the destination. After that, let him sort it out himself. If anything, that is a criminal charge. No one needs him anyway. They are just sitting there playing like nothing happened. You can see it yourself. But we need him. We will tell the driver he fell asleep. And you will pay for his fare? Isn't it free for the dead? Fine, let's search his backpack. What did I get myself into? Just what? Two of them return to the car after checking the street first. Kira is hardly ready to get directly involved. He is dark, yeah. Karen doesn't want to touch the dead man either. He is dead inside. Real dead inside, guys. This is all such blatant nonsense. It's written all over your face how happy you are about the idea. You sure you can handle the trip? I honestly don't know anymore. Then don't go. It will be worse if I don't. I get it. Outside, she hears a door slam and some kind of a rustling, then familiar voices. Slower! Slower! He is going to stiffen in that position. You want him on the floor? I can't believe they are actually doing this. Judging by how slow they are moving and the sounds, the two of them are definitely dragging the corpse. We need to pay the fare. Put the money on Ronald's seat. Kira would rather not watch them load the lifeless body into the van. The pale, grayish skin and the gaunt, I don't know how to read it, sunken face terrify her. A dead face. A corpse as the fifth passenger. What on earth are they doing? Isaac carries him by the arms and Laura supports him under the knees. Isaac liked you. He doesn't want to leave a body near to you. Thank you, Isaac. Kira freezes, holding her breath for a moment as the lifeless head steals in the easel beside her. She doesn't notice Isaac studying her from the corner of his eye. Then he adjusted the body more comfortably. No, we keep moving. He's not going to sit with her. Then move his legs. A peculiar kind of care. Oi, I didn't saw. Sorry. He pulls money from the stranger's backpack and hands it, along with the fare, to Laura. Then he takes his seat, expression unchanged, as if nothing happened. Your last payment, dude. Even death doesn't spare you from expenses, huh? Don't sulk. Laura settled in silently. Karen hugs the helmet and touches the driver's shoulder. Ronald, are we going? There are 5 of us now. The old man wakes up and coughs. He turns and carefully counts the passengers, making sure everyone is in their places. Then he checks the payment for the 2 extra fares, crumples the bills slightly and tucks them into the glove compartment. Kira notices out of the corner of her eyes that the compartment is stuffed to the brim with green bundles. Apparently, a lot of people ride with him. And again, she thinks about the sum. He is not worried it will get stolen. That would probably be enough to get Jer out. Maybe I should return the laptop and get a job driving a taxi. The van pulls away. The driver doesn't ask any questions about the sleeping passenger. Kira finds it strange, but turns to the window. They have to drive until dark, and the van is sluggish. She wants to curl up, lean against the glass, close her eyes, and forget who is accompanying them. The farther they go, the sharper the contrast between the stifling old cabin and her warm bed at home. The others are silent too, as if each is disgusted in their own way. And at the same time, it's fine, acceptable. When you're thinking about your own skin and what you stand to gain, morality often turns gray. Kira learned this soon after starting work on the darknet. She just didn't know what the shades of gray could vary so much. It's not the same thing to block a naive conversation partner and to steal a corpse. Path of loud yes. But how right is that? Covering one crime with another? And how long could this chain go on? The part of her that's ashamed of what she does grows stronger in the company of the corpse. The girl closes her eyes, rejecting reality. She doesn't notice the stress pulling her toward sleep. The road turned out long and quiet. Kira is jolted awake by a noise. A car cuts out in front of the van, pulling into the oncoming lane to pass. A sleek, loud black and white sports car. The driver jerks the wheel to the side. The tires bite the shoulder so hard that she cries out and digs her fingers into the seat. The cabin shakes. A moment later, it stutters again, tossing them forward. Ronald slams the brakes. The sports car skids directly in front of them. The shiny side scrapes the tunnel arc as it loses control. Then the car stalls across the road, completely blocking the way. What the hell? We almost crashed. Better put my helmet on. Fuckhead with a fake license. A couple of minutes of sheer respite until their pulses calm down. Then, in the headlights, through the windshield, they catch sight of a figure. The sports car owner stands in front of the van of their van. He raises his hand aggressively, demanding an explanation. Kira freezes along with the others. And suddenly, a guttural croak sounds behind them. The corpse woke up. Yes, guys. The corpse woke up. Brains. Yes, so did you like it this time? I don't know who was here. Only Mladen and Mirai vibes, maybe.